I'm so excited for today's video because we are going to be talking about skincare. I get asked very often, what is my skincare routine? Thank you guys so much in the comments, always saying that my skin is so healthy, glowing, and skin goals. I love you guys, so thank you for that. It's a huge compliment. I love my skincare routine. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. And not only am I 34, just kidding, it's not a bad thing. I love aging, but it does come with its own little midlife crisis with adapting to my face changing with time. As of recently, have just been going through this like natural makeup phase, and I really like it. Something about aging and feeling like less is more, especially when it comes to makeup. And in order to be able to feel confident with less makeup, I think that starts with having really good skin. So hopefully you guys will take a lot from this skincare video. And yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys my morning skincare, my nighttime skincare, and my weekly skincare routine. Again, I'm 34, no Botox, no fillers, nothing. And if you guys are new here, my name's Sarah. We do all things beauty on the channel, makeup tutorials, beauty reviews, hits, misses, and empties. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe. And now let's get into my skincare routine and my skincare tips. My approach to skincare is very similar to makeup, and I think it is a very individual experience. And the last thing I want to do is push a bunch of products on you guys. I kind of want this video to get you to think about your skin and what your skin may need. First of all, I just want to say for my skin personally, a lot has to do with my genes. So shout out my ancestors. They all have really amazing skin and not a lot of wrinkles, okay? So I kind of already knew that I hit the skin jackpot, if you will. But of course, I still take pretty good care of my skin. My motto with skincare is to keep it simple, although it may not seem like it because I do use a ton of products. I only use products that I believe I need for my skin type, which by the way, I have dry skin. Sorry for the dog next door, you guys. I don't really try a bunch of products that I'm seeing floating online. I just use what I know my skin needs. And the reason I know is because I know my skin type, and I have gotten a skin analysis done a few years ago, which they gave me so much good information. So what I learned at my skin analysis a few years ago is that I do have dry skin. And she actually told me, which I thought was really crazy, is that I am probably not going to be prone to very many wrinkles, which I kind of guessed already, again, because of my genetic jackpot. But I thought it was so crazy that she could actually tell me that by looking like 10 plus layers deep into my skin. And I also learned that my skin loses moisture really, really fast. So that's why it feels dry, is because it's losing moisture pretty quickly after I wash my face. And I would say that my skin problems are dry, texture. I do get texture, like little bumps on my face, and hyperpigmentation. Every time I have a breakout, I will get hyperpigmentation from a breakout every single time. And also I noticed that I have a little bit of melasma, which is typically hyperpigmentation in chunks, but it's actually not too bad right now. So I get products specifically for those things to keep my skin at its best, and this is what I use. My morning skincare routine and my night skincare routine are pretty similar, just a couple things change. And then I have a weekly skincare routine, and I'm gonna go into everything for you guys. Again, I'm not trying to sell you guys the products in this video. As a beauty creator, I am constantly trying new products. I do try to finish a product if I really love it, but I'm also trying to run through things a little bit quicker so I can give you guys the insider scoop on all of the skincare on the market that I am receiving in PR. So in the morning, I do wash my face with a gel cleanser from Tower 28. It's their SOS gel cleanser, and I really like it. It's really gentle. I'm not that big on washing your face in the morning, but the only reason I do it is because I go for a morning walk and I use sunscreen on my face in the morning. So when I come back, I need to obviously clean that off so I can start fresh again. But if I were to just wake up and not put anything on my face, I probably wouldn't even wash my face. I don't think it's necessary personally if you're washing your face very good at night. At night, I use a cleanser to remove all of my makeup, whether it's a balm, it's an oil. I use something to remove my makeup. I can't believe that we never used to have these before, or maybe we did, but it wasn't as big as it is now, because it is a game changer, not taking your makeup off with a makeup wipe or even like micellar water, which I do like removing makeup with those things, but I prefer the double cleansing method. I feel like it just works so much better and is just so much healthier for my skin. So right now I'm using this Edam Dew Dream Balm. I like that it's in a tube and I can squeeze it out. Those of you that have been here know I really do not like sticking my fingers in jars when it comes to makeup or skincare. It just grosses me out. I don't know like what that is, but whatever. And then my nighttime face wash is from Dermalogica. Dermalogica, you guys, is so pricey. A few of these things are really pricey, but I honestly love them so much. I have used them for a few years now and I just love them, and I can't recommend them enough. If you have the budget for it, I really think it's worth trying. So at night, I use the Dermalogica Microfoliant. This is the white and gray bottle, but if you have dry skin, sensitive skin, I would actually recommend using the blue one, which is the Milk Microfoliant, I think, and it has oats in it, so it's good for sensitive skin, good for dry skin. So it is an exfoliator, but it's gentle enough to use every day, and exfoliating is one of my biggest skincare tips. I feel like not enough people talk about exfoliating, and it can do so much for your skin. I really think that's how I keep my skin clear, healthy, glowy, because it's like it helps your skin renew itself, especially because I am someone who wears a lot of skincare, SPF, and makeup every day. I love the feeling of knowing I'm getting all of that off with the microfoliant, and I've been doing this for a few years now and I love it for my skin. Even though I have dry skin, I think it works great. After I wash my face, whether it's in the shower or at night, my skin, once I towel dry my skin, it is so dry. It's actually insane. I cannot stand the feeling of having dry skin. I hate it so much. It's one of the worst feelings to me. So I instantly go in with a facial mist, and my current favorite one that I'm on like my second bottle in a row of is the Caudalie Grape Water Facial Mist. There are no frills to this product, and I feel like it's pretty affordable, but again, it's honestly just water in a bottle. But it really is that simple. There are so many facial sprays out there. I like so many, which by the way, you guys, I will have a list in the description with all of my skincare favorites. So these are all the products that I have tried and love. I just am constantly trying new things, but I'm always updating my favorites. So many other mists will be in there as well if you want to try those. And you guys, using a face mist will change your skincare routine. I promise you, especially if you have dry skin, but it feels like it soaks into my skin 100 times better than if I were to just go straight in with a serum, which is my next step. So ever since I discovered facial mists, I do not do my skincare without it. I cannot skip that step. The next thing I go in with is serums. I love serums. I feel like I discovered serums a few years ago, and ever since then, I am just like a huge serum person. I love trying serums. I'm very picky about the textures of serums though, but serums changed the game. I feel like, what is moisturizer without a serum? Especially when you're in your 30s. If you're in your 30s and you're not using a serum, you're just using moisturizer, I'm not an expert, but I feel like you're doing it wrong. You know, in your 20s, you can get away with using so many less products because your skin is very youthful and, you know, it's just younger, okay? It does a lot of things on its own that in your 30s are gonna start, like, things are gonna start happening. So I love serums. I have so many favorites, but currently I'm using 2. I do tend to layer 2 serums. That's how much I love them. And especially right now in the fall, winter, cooler months, I do really need 2. And I actually had to switch out my serum because I felt like my skin was drier. I needed something more intense. So right now I am using Japanese one, which is Hara Lobo Gakujan Premium Hyaluronic Solution. That's what it says, but it is a serum texture. It's my favorite kind of texture. And I just put 1 drop and then mix it together in my hands. And the trick is, you guys, don't put serum on like you would lotion. Don't rub it in. Press it into your skin. The particles are smaller, so if you want them to penetrate deeper, really push it into the skin. The second serum that I'm using and loving right now, you guys, it's so expensive, but if you have the budget or you take skincare really, really seriously and you're willing to invest in your skin, the Clarins serums are so freaking good. All of them. Every single one I've tried from Clarins are so good. There's one that's like a light one of the original one. That one isn't my favorite because I have dry skin. That's more so for people with oily skin. But the original Clarins double serum, and then the one I'm using right now is the Clarins double serum hydric lipidic system. I don't even know like what these things mean, you guys. I just know it's expensive, but it's so good. Clarins serums really, 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 really work, guaranteed. And now my skin is plump, it's hydrated, it's juicy. So now I'm gonna go in with an eye cream before moisturizer, and I am loving the Cocokind Peptide Fine Line Eye Gel. It's funny that it's called a gel because it's a little bit thicker than a gel to me. It's kind of like a serum texture, but it's definitely a gel, not a cream. But I love this from Cocokind. This is probably one of my favorite. Actually, I love all of Cocokind's serums. By the way, while this video is out, I think they're having a sale, like three of their serums are coming in a pack together. Such a good purchase. If you're looking to add serums, I love all 3 of them. Hopefully that's still on sale, but they always have bundles on their website. But besides the serums, because those are my favorite Cocokind items, this new eye gel is definitely my favorite as well. Adding it to my Cocokind favorites list, and they're affordable and accessible in the drugstore, Ulta, all of that good stuff. And then I go in with a moisturizer finally, and the moisturizer is really just for 1, moisture, but 2, to really lock in that hydration that I put into my skin with the mist, the serums, the eye cream. The moisturizer is kind of just like that last layer to kind of hold it all together, hold it all in for longer, for the longevity of the hydration. And right now I'm using the Josie Maran. I'm sure this is very expensive too. A lot of these things I did get in PR. I love Josie Maran. Her ingredients are really, really good. Her products are really good. There isn't a Josie Maran product I've tried that I don't like, to be honest. And right now I'm using the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter, like face butter, are you kidding me? Ultra hydrating. It's good. I love the texture. With moisturizers, I love like a water gel cream texture. That is my vibe for moisturizers because I want to feel the moisture penetrating deep into my skin, and I feel like those type of formulas give me that feeling, and the moisture of them has really good longevity with my skin. So I really like that. I have a ton of other favorites as well. This probably isn't like at the top of my list. I like it because I like the texture, but I feel like I've used better ones that work better. I used to not include my lips in my skincare. What was I doing? I don't know. But for the last 2 years, I would say I've been very good at doing my lips in my skincare routine morning and night. So in the morning, I like to use the Kaja Juicy Lip Oil. It's pretty comparable to the Fenty lip oil that I loved a couple months ago. So it kind of replaced that one. I would say I'm particular about every single texture that I use in my skincare. I like a really plush hydrating lip oil that's a little on the thick side, and this is that. It's super similar to the Fenty one. And I just love that type of formula. It's just so plush and good. And I love the doe foot applicator. The doe foot applicator it's not a plus for me. It's like a requirement because when lip oils don't have those like fat doe foots, I don't really find I like them as much. So that has a lot to do with the experience of the lip oil for me that I prefer. Experience is a really big thing when it comes to skincare for me personally. Let me know if you guys are like that too. And then for nighttime, I love to use a lip mask, and the one I've been using for so long now, I feel like this thing is never ending. I use 2 twists of it, is the Fenty Skin Plush Puddin' Lip Mask. It is so good. I wake up in the morning with it still on my lips. Obviously, it's not as intense as it was when I went to sleep, but it's definitely still there in the morning, which I think is incredible. I love that. Same with the lip oil. I feel like it hydrates my lips and kind of soaks into them perfectly until I do my makeup. It's so crazy how it works. Like, I really just feel like those 2 products really work for my lips, and they really are like an integral part of my skincare routine. And then weekly, like I said earlier, I'm really big on exfoliation, and I like to use a physical exfoliator, so something that you can actually feel it has like beads or microdermabrasion in it, something you can really feel like basically kind of like polishing your skin is what it's doing. It's taking off all of that dead skin from the week, removing it and starting fresh. And then I follow up with a chemical exfoliator, and these typically come in the form of like rounds or like peels. What are they called? Like a pad. That's how they typically come. Right now I'm using Beauty Stat, which is another brand that's really expensive. To be honest, this is not my favorite one, but this is what I'm using until it's gone because I'm obsessed with chemical exfoliators. So the physical exfoliator I use is from Skinn Cosmetics. It's called their DermAppeal Microdermabrasion treatment, and it's nice and minty. The beads are really big. It's like rocks with like, yeah, it's just so good. Like, you can feel it working because of the texture. I'm obsessed with that minty feeling. Love it. Russ loves that stuff too. We've been using that for a few years now as well. I've tried other ones, but this one is my favorite and I always go back to it. So I used to have a code. I don't know if it still works, but I'll put it in the description just in case, because it was 30% off. So their DermAppeal pads, the chemical exfoliator, is really, really good too. I used to love pairing those 2 together, but I didn't have anymore. And so this is exfoliating the skin, but on a deeper level than the physical exfoliator. It's going underneath your actual top layer and exfoliating. So exfoliating is good for 1, exfoliating, which means removing dead skin. 2, it brightens, and 3, it firms and can reduce wrinkles. So yeah, that is my skincare routine. As you can see, I feel like I know exactly what my skin needs and I only use that. I don't like to add a bunch of things that I feel my skin does not need. But again, it takes a little bit of knowledge to know what your skin needs. And if you feel that you cannot identify what your skin needs on your own, definitely treat yourself to a facial so you can meet with someone who specializes in this and can really help you. Estheticians are so good. They can make a plan for you, and you don't necessarily have to use their products, but at least you will get an idea of what your skin needs, keywords, and you can buy products with that. That's the trick, is really understanding your skin and what it needs. I think so many people are trying products just because they're viral or someone else is using them, but it's a very personal experience and you really have to learn like what your skin needs in order to get the most out of your skincare routine. So I hope this video helped you guys. I just want to kind of like jog your guys' minds about like, okay, what skin type do you have? What would probably work for you? Everyone is gonna have their skincare secrets, their skincare tips, and mine, again, is exfoliating. That is something that I really think makes a huge difference for my skin. I'm sure a lot of you guys love makeup too. If you guys are here, then you know the key to great makeup is great skin. That's my skincare secret, my biggest skincare tip, if you will. I hope this video helped you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.